Many veterans are unaware that common cardiovascular conditions can be caused by service. In this video, we're going to talk about how the VA rates some common venous disorders and how you may be able to service connect your condition. Hi, I'm Zach Evans, a VA disability attorney with Woods & Woods. Today we are going to break down VA claims for different types of venous disorders. Venous diseases affect about 30 million people in the United States. Research has found that veterans may be more prone to venous disorders because of the need to stand for long periods, whether as a part of training or guard duty. This is because prolonged sitting or standing causes pressure to rise and blood to pool in the lower legs, which stretches and weakens the veins. Women, people with a body mass index greater than 30, and smokers are also at a higher risk of developing a venous disease. So how does the VA rate venous diseases? Most venous disorders, and all of the ones we're going to talk about today, are rated under Diagnostic Code 7121 in the Schedule of Ratings for post-phlebitic syndrome of any etiology. A veteran's rating is based on the severity of their symptoms. The VA will evaluate your condition based on the level of swelling, discoloration, vein hardening, and leakage or discharge. The VA rates venous diseases based on the following findings and their corresponding percentages. For 100%, you'd have to see massive board-like edema with constant pain at rest. For 60%, you would need to experience persistent edema or subcutaneous induration, thickening of the skin or under the skin, or stasis pigmentation, which is discoloration, or eczema and persistent ulceration. This would be referring to recurrent problems with wounds. For a 40% rating, you would need to experience persistent edema and stasis pigmentation, or eczema, with or without intermittent ulceration. For a 20% rating, you would need to experience persistent edema, incompletely relieved by elevation of the extremity, with or without beginning stasis pigmentation or eczema. So elevation of extremity for relief, a good example of this would be if you're experiencing swelling in the legs, maybe you lay down on the couch with a couple of pillows underneath your ankles. If that doesn't fix the problem or it doesn't relieve as a result of you putting your legs up, then you'd fit into this category. 10% rating, you would need to experience intermittent edema of extremity or aching and fatigue in the leg after prolonged standing or walking, with symptoms relieved by that kind of elevation, or compression hosiery. A 0% rating or non-compensable rating would be an asymptomatic, palpable, or visible varicose vein. These evaluations are for involvement of a single extremity. If your venous conditions affect both sides of the body, the VA will apply the bilateral factor. The bilateral factor allows the VA to assign a more appropriate disability rating to veterans with disabilities affecting both sides of the body. The next condition we'll be discussing is deep vein thrombosis. So what is deep vein thrombosis? It's sometimes referred to as DVT. It occurs when a blood clot forms in a deep vein, usually in the legs. DVT can lead to other serious complications, such as pulmonary embolism and edema. The VA provides benefits for service-connected DVT and blood clots with ratings between 0% and 100%. Symptoms of DVT include leg swelling, leg pain, cramping, or soreness that often starts in the calf, change in skin color on the leg, and some people don't have symptoms at all. DVT can be caused by anything that prevents the blood from flowing or properly clotting. Oftentimes, DVT is caused by lack of movement or as the result of an injury or surgery. Sitting for a long time, such as while driving or flying, increases the risk of DVT, as well as long-term bed rest which may result from a lengthy hospital stay or a serious medical condition. So how can you service connect deep vein thrombosis? On a direct basis, where you're tying it to its onset in service, you would need to have a duty description or an MOS where you are required to be still for long periods of time. Another example would be if you had a surgery in service that damaged your veins. You can also service connect DVT secondary to other conditions that are already service connected. For example, if you have a service-related condition that led to weight gain that caused your DVT. If you had a service-connected cancer. Research also shows that the chronic inflammation associated with gastrointestinal conditions can lead to DVT. Studies also suggest that sleep apnea and even mental health disorders can lead to deep vein thrombosis. Our next condition is varicose veins. So what are varicose veins? They're enlarged, twisted veins. They are most common in the legs, but can occur anywhere in the body. Weak or damaged vein walls and valves cause varicose veins, which develop when blood doesn't flow correctly and instead pools or flows backward. How can varicose veins be service connected? You can service connect them directly if you had to stand still for long periods of time during service. You may be able to service connect them as secondary to another service connected condition like diabetes or a hormonal disorder. Our next venous condition is called chronic venous insufficiency. Chronic venous insufficiency is when the veins in your legs don't properly pump blood to the heart. It can cause swelling, varicose veins, ulcers, and discoloration in your legs. It can be caused by untreated varicose veins or DVT that result in blockages. Deep vein thrombosis is the most common cause of chronic venous insufficiency. These venous conditions can also help you build a case for TDIU. TDIU benefits are for veterans who can't keep substantially gainful employment because of service-related conditions. An award of TDIU pays the same monthly compensation as a 100% rating for the disorder in question without your conditions being rated at that 100% level. You can apply for TDIU if you can't work because of a service-related mental or physical condition, or multiple service-connected conditions and their side effects. A venous disorder can leave a veteran in almost constant pain with extreme swelling and open sores on their legs. This disorder may keep them from performing work-related tasks like walking or standing. They also may not be able to sit for long periods and may need to frequently elevate their legs. Lower extremity venous conditions can be particularly dangerous if they are severe enough. A doctor may advise you to avoid being on your feet for extended periods of time, or even sitting for extended periods. This is because when blood pools in your lower extremities, it can raise the risk of blood clots that can lead to a heart attack, stroke, or embolism. In this scenario, a venous condition could prevent you from working due to the risk of a life-threatening medical event. More info on TDIU is linked in the description box. You can learn more about VA benefits for cardiovascular disorders by following the links in the description box of this video. If you have more questions about VA benefits in general, watch some of the other videos on our YouTube channel. You can also leave your questions in the comments section below. If you're wondering if you qualify for an increased rating or TDIU, contact us at Woods & Woods for a free consultation. Click on the contact page in the description below this video or call us at the number on your screen.